All right, everybody, welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for another game on the docket here. This one between, you guessed it, the orange and green team here at the male under 16. This is the third game. So we played a game last night, high intensity. Played a game this morning game, so intense, but you know how it goes. And now we are back for the third out of 4 games here tonight, so we appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll get right into it. Puck battled for on the left side there. That one's grabbed in behind, slowed up McLean. He gets it up the left side to McDonald. McDonald in over the line, dished back across by Fleming out of the reach. McDonald picks it up, plays it back to Fleming. Fleming to the middle, knocked off the stick there at Duffy, and now Green trying to get it back the other way. They had Brian trying to streak there on Duffy, his former teammate, down the middle, but couldn't get it. McPhee turns it over, shot, scores! Off the end of the stick and into the back of the net early, and another early goal here. 1-0. And that one looks like it was Morgan Fleming as they head back to center. And I said earlier, I was impressed with 13 last night. And he comes into this game and scores almost immediately. 50 seconds in. Pfeiffer dishes that across, back and behind. Picked up as Thompson looks to get it up ahead. Back in the other way, Orange enters the zone, passed up, and a little low shot. Another chance there by Hakala that just goes wide. From the left side corner, trying to pick it up, knocked by the stick. That'll roll back in behind for Corkum. He'll get the pass just out of the reach there of Hunter Green. Hunter puts a little pressure on. That allows the puck to stay in the zone. Andrea down along the half wall. He holds it in. Picked up. Green trying to move it back to the middle there. Hanley played across, and now off to the races here. Back and behind the defender. Chance for Rennie, but it gets taken away. And Pfeiffer, picture perfect play. Andrea going to finish his hit in behind, but the job was done already. And a good job there by number 7. Face off to the right. So a little pretty good energy here through the first 2 minutes. That puck's dropped in, gonna go between the legs. Now picked up and sent in the other way, down the left side. Shot not gonna go by Urquhart. Back into the end boards is Sim with it. Sim, he gets ran off along the wall. Off the end of the stick. That's played down low to Van Polgeest. Van Polgeest fans on it, but he stays with it. Van Polgeest now gets worked into the boards by Tillman. Tillman takes a shove. Grabbed there by Morris. Tries to put it back towards the middle. Back to Tillman. Tillman up the left side off the skate of Morris. Back towards the middle. Brought in over the line. Chance here as it's stopped up. Haverstock hit into that wooden pane down there. Looks to be okay though. I've got to imagine that's a lot different than getting hit into that regular glass, and a beautiful hip check there by Keaton Smith. Textbook on the fellow defender in the Lawrence Williams on Team Green, who was trying to go for a rush there. Williams with a pretty good game earlier today. That one up the right side, hit into the boards as Swain, and it's played back down around by Kerrigan. Kerrigan gets it over to Worth. In behind to Smith. Keaton Smith flips it off the glass, goes right down in front of us, and goes to the right side. Bounced into the zone, shot off the glove, comes back down. That shot was from Strong. Over to the left side, McKnight to Swain. Can't get it clean though, and a little shove there as Green tries to come up with it. Out of the zone. Down here to the left and brought in across the line by Kerrigan. Kerrigan, he's on the end, boys. Play out in front, shot, and a good look there off the end of the stick of Kean Doyle, who had our first goal earlier today. Another good look to try to tie it up for his team green. Played into the middle. O'Leary, nice move, gains the red line, will fire it down, the old dump and change. Kept on and shot back in by Worth. Spun back in behind for Duffy. Duffy has that overtaken as by Lemoyne. Played off in front. Green steps up, shot, and scores. Has got that on the front hand from in tights, Max Bryan, and he'll tie it up 1-1. So pretty good back and forth here for the first 4.5 minutes. Not showing too much fatigue, as what sometimes can be the case in the third and fourth games at these camps, but didn't see that there. Puck dropped in. Played down the right side as they're hitting to our tripod here along the boards. Picked up, moved to the middle. Nice play up to McKay. McKay brings it in over the blue line, tries to go for the lead pass, and it goes wide. Try to work in front again. Heads up to everyone at home. Carter Odell, number 20 on green, won't be playing in this game. Hopefully we'll see that young man tomorrow. Shot him on the pads, and they score. So McPhee fires one in to create the rebounds, and just like that, Team Green up 2-1, and Nate McKay skating first to the bench. So 3 goals in the first 5 minutes. Not exactly what I was expecting, but the offense getting lit on fire, and a team that was just down 3 minutes ago now finds himself up one. Remember earlier today when the first goal lasted for over 45 minutes. Not the case here tonight. Down the right side, Pfeiffer plays along the boards, comes back down. Here in front, some good pressure there on Corkum as Green pushing the pace here now with the lead. Corkum gets that across. Gillis plays it back over. Onto the stick of McLean. Gillis now looking for McLean again. They're pinched in along the half wall. McLean comes out with it. Goes up the wall. Lead pass. One-on-one, in over the line, Fleming. Fleming gets stopped up, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer has it stolen away as McDonald tries to spin that back in. Thompson now with it. Charlie Thompson, the Whalers defender, going for a skate down the right side. He has plate numbers in front, and another chance for it. A little low shot, save made that time, but puck's still alive. That was Sim who tried to put that one home. Ewan Sim, the longtime Pictou AAA player. Helped bring the first title this past year to Pictou. Congrats to all the Bombers players rolling in here with a little more swag this season. Last year, the Bandits won their first title here in Antigonish. This year, just down the road, the Bombers did it at home. Who will win the High Button U15 League next year? It's a good question. We won't know the answer to in a while, but exciting times nonetheless as the day's ticking away. From the end boards, Team Green trying to move that back up through the middle. Onto the stick of Andrea. Andrea gets it down in the zone, stays in play by just a hair. Kept in on the right side wall. To the corner goes Rennie. Rennie gets knocked down. Freed up in behind. Trying to go for the play, and a hard hit out there on Bootlier is looked like he felt all of that one. 2 number 3s now holding as Jack Cameron holds a man off. Cameron cuts back to the middle. League MVP. One of them. Played up the boards. Fandon. Push to the middle. Team Orange. Urquhart. Urquhart over the line. Swept at. Urquhart. Oh, and it goes off a shin pad. Unlucky bounce there for Green. Good pace here through the first 8 minutes. Slowed up along the boards by Polk. It's Polk versus Mead in here in the first period. That's sent down and will be an ice as it rolls past the aforementioned Aaron Meaden. And we'll head down to the left side. And get ready to go here. So we got 2 new referees calling this game, or at least not the ones from earlier today. Tied up on the circle, Team Orange. Baldwin gets a pass up ahead somehow to Haverstock. Picked up, moving through the zone. Handed off, Haverstock looking for the snipe block before it can get there, and wearing that one was Liam Worth. Work down along the boards. Shot back in by Baldwin. Meaden gonna get it over to Worth. Worth slides in behind. Stick knocked away by Haverstock, and that might be a slash. Yep. So right in front of the ref, and the stick went flying. That will be a penalty on the play as Green heads to a power play here in the first. Almost at the halfway mark. Is pushed to the right side here for the draw. So a power play opportunity for a Green team that's been buzzing. Looks like McKay, Bryan, Sim out there. A pretty loaded forward group here for Team Green. Picked up and fired down by Keaton Smith. Meaden has it go under the stick. A little pressure back in behind. Trying to take advantage of that was Morris on the PK here. Romaine turns it over to Morris. Morris, drop back pass there. Looking to shoot that one. Sent on, and a good chance off the end of the stick of Baldwin. Duffy shoots it back in. 30 seconds killed off the power play as Morris kind of goes down gingerly. It may have been a collision at the line there or something. Sim now finding a little open room, getting that puck out. Keeps the foot up in the air, which allows him to balance. I think a couple power skating sessions for him over the years helps with that sort of deal. Bryan across, trying to get it to McKay. Into the middle of the ice, slowed up. Played up the right side wall. In over the line. Strong. Played up ahead, McKay. On to the stick. Led down the left side. McKay. Pushed back to the blue line. Behind the back, looking to get that back out. It'll be down here in front. Long way around for Bryan. Out here in front again, free puck. Shot on, so 30 seconds remaining in that power play. Fresh legs coming out for Team Green. They got to be careful. Dangerously close to too many. Over here to the left side. Chisholm, Nova's defender, fires it along the boards, comes all the way back around. Quality stick lift there by Hunter Green, but not going to matter as it's sent back in, and that'll be the end of the power play. Halfway done our first period here. In behind is McPhee. McPhee surveys. McPhee, the offensive defenseman, tries to chip that back up. Turnover, goes back into the middle, and a chance there. Barreling in on net was Hunter McLean. Turned over again along the boards. Back in behind, looking to go up the wall with it. Hit laid, picked up by McPhee. McPhee dishes it across, trying to find O'Leary, but it misses the stick. And now back for McDonald. Matty McDonald. Right side. That one comes out front, looking for the pass. Active stick of Hunter Green, try to stay with it. Push to the corner. Jumping up on that puck. Flip down the wall. And that will slow up. I don't think it'll have the legs for icing. Just stops up. From the end boards. Gillis. Trying to get that around the wall. Hit into the wall there. McDonald. Lead pass. In over the line. Shot. That one rides up on Pfeiffer. Kind of rings his bell, but shakes it off as quickly as he felt it. Shot back into center. Reset here for Orange. A bit of a freebie down the middle, but it gets through. Pfeiffer forced to go on the back foot as he's laid in along the wall there by Gillis. So that, yeah, could have been Tillman. My mistake there. Tougher to see on that one. Played in behind. Grabbed by Fleming. Fleming looks to get it in front. Just passes the stick of Rennie. Maddox Rennie finds it in the corner. Back to Fleming. Fleming, sharp angle shot, tipped well into the mesh for the whistle here. 7:41 left to go. And draw will be to the right. Rennie played off into the wall. Andrea helps keep that in. He'll jump on the puck there. Down to the right. Looking to move it through. Lead play. Kerrigan puts that back. Kept it along the boards. Back up for Kerrigan. Kerrigan on the right side. Little flip play. That's turned over to Cameron. Cameron turns it over. Steps in. Shot fanned on. There. Rolling into the zone was Williams. Back to the line. Boutlier. Can't get the shot steered on. Lots of bodies in front there as Orange tries to set up defensively. Spinning, and that'll do enough to get back near the blue line. Down the left side, Tillman. Tillman. Oh, and a pass that wouldn't go as it kind of looked like Haverstock raised his head a little bit on that, and it kept in the zone. Back in behind, Tillman. To the blue. Looking for the shot, moving to the right. Shot through traffic, goes well wide. Circled back and around. In the right side corner. All three tangled up on that. There's a hit there late in front. Orange gonna pick it up. Played in around. Sent into the stanchion, and that'll be a whistle as Cameron tried to get that puck out. Left side, Nate McKay with it. McKay, he'll go at it with Smith. Two Wolverines, easiest spot out there. Freed up for Green, and it gets sent wide by O'Leary. Slowed up along the boards and in behind. Pushed off to the wall, now back to the blue line. Back to the corner. Haverstock, nice defensive play there, but still rolling with it. The old swing and stick, looking for it, and that's a bad save as it rolls in front on top of the blue paint. Haverstock picks it up, rolls that out, gets down here in front. Morris from the corner. Morris dishes it back. Haverstock has lots of time to step in and shoot, and he can't get it on as it hits a foot. I think he would have wanted that one back. Has had room to come in on the angle, and if you play hockey, you know that is a premium spot to be able to cut across the middle, get the goalie moving, and try to pick your spot, especially with the lethal shooters these kids are. That one back to Green. Under 5 minutes to go here now. As we get our clock adjusted off the skate of Haverstock again. Green having to tag up. Picked up and shot in around. Team Orange. Quinton Land tries to send it up the ice. It's intercepted. McPhee walks the blue line, then dishes it back to the corner. Land. Back around for Duffy. Into the feet. Up the right side. Dished back and behind. McPhee gets knocked down, but gets the puck to the open man, and that's sent on with a seeing eye shot from just outside the zone there. Chisholm. Back and behind. Holding. Shot. Ooh, that one blocked by Land as he caught that one. Maybe where the padding wasn't. Down the right side as Orange tries to move it in strong. Has it get off the stick. Now McPhee surveys. He'll bring it in. McPhee to the middle. Shoot, save made. That one bounces out. Trying to step up on that puck. Kicked back to the middle again. Gillis scoops it up. Gillis to the left side. Trying to move it back into the zone. Strong. Plays across. Hits the pad. Right side corner. 3:06 to play here in the first. From the end boards, picked up, turned over by McPhee into the middle as McKnight keeps it in. Now another chop at it. Exits the zone to Corkum. Corkum spinning around. Gillis. As Fleming starts to bop through the zone. Stopped up though. And now the whistle will go to 27 remaining now. Face-off will be here in the neutral zone. Puck dropped in. Flipped back to Thompson. Now sent ahead by Pfeiffer. That's going to bounce back out for Gillis. Gillis plays it to the wall, and Matty McDonald comes in to help, but Green's still with it. Into the middle. Sim gets hacked at, and he's looking for a call. Not going to come. Down the right side. Nice tip off the end of the stick. It'll come back to McDonald. McDonald on the end boards, looking to scoop in front. Orange. It's over to Fleming. Fleming turns it over, though. Back the other way. Across the line here for Sim. Sim on the right side. Plays it to the middle, no one home. Corkum now at the lead pass. Grabbed by Fleming. Over the line, hit laid. Sent in across, shot top of the circle. Save made here with just under 90 seconds remaining in our 2-1 game. So the offense came early and often, and since then, everyone kind of settled in. .90 seconds to go. That one down along the wall. Picked up into the feet now. Hustle play back into the zone. Green looking for it. Knocked off a 114 stick to the other as Doyle tried to make the play, and it'll come back around. Spun in front. Swinging stick, looking for an angle here. Andrea gets it over to the right. But here's Bootlier. 50 seconds to go. Dished across into the skates. Team Green, Kerrigan. Kerrigan along the end wall. Back to the blue line. Shot, scores! And a goal there from Green late with a big shot coming in. And that will be off the stick of Blake Bootlier, who's been pretty noticeable this weekend so far. First goal here for him. So in the final minute, we see another marker. Over to the right side. Worth shoots it back down, heads to the left side corner. Dished up the wall. Andrew has it fall off his stick. Shot rolls back in. McKay touches it with the high stick. Green will touch. And with 12 seconds to go, face off here to the right. So one last chance maybe here for Orange. Picked up. Smith fires it in. End boards. Trying to spin that back around. And that will do it. So 3-1 at the end of one. Back for the second shortly. All right, everybody, back here for the second period of action. 20 fresh minutes on the clock. It's a beautiful day outside. There's some quality hockey inside, and we are ready to go for the second period. This one played up by Haverstock. Led ahead over the blue line. Lots of time to shoot, and that one sniped right there. Opened it up and finished off. That one coming off the stick of Cooper Strong, one of the more lethal shooters in the league. And he gets that puck in the slot and makes no mistake, and that'll be 3-2, so gets his team back into it in the process. Just 30 seconds in. It'll be Mullins in for Team Green. And on the other side, Polk. Down the right side. That puck steered up ahead, hits the stick here, Strong again. Bounces back in behind. McPhee starts to make a move, gets that up to the middle. Stand-up hit there. Moved back into the zone, dished back to Smith. Keaton Smith flips it, that one out of play. The risky play of trying to bank off the glass near the bench results in the whistle. Played around the right side. Sent on, and they're going to keep it moving here. Trying to tag that back up. Gets into the zone here for Quinton Land. Land back up to the middle. Off the feet to the right side in. Circling back into the zone. Along the boards, that's gonna work into the right. Hanley has it go up his stick. Quinton Land, good to see him back out there after blocking that puck earlier. The old stinger. Now tries to jam in from the corner with the sharp angle shot. Played back around. To the ringette line, or the hash mark, steered off to the corner. From the end wall, chip play, overskated. Shot and whistle there. Right side, that's pushed back. In over the blue line, looking for a lane. Shot, save made. Back the other way is another couple seconds killed off there, and a big power move by McLean as he starts to talk with McDonald. From the wall. That's picked up into the feet. Looking for it on the left side. It's chopped back across. Hunter McLean back up the wall with it. Sent down for the icing. 6:53 left to go now in the second. Face off on the right. Shot, blockered away. That comes up to the left. Pfeiffer steered in behind, set to the end boards. Mullins slows it up. Holding in behind, dished off to the half wall. That puck's pulled in. Off the stick there, Corkum. In behind for Gillis. Down the left side, Fleming. Fleming falls off of his stick, back for McDonald. Looking for the shot, doesn't go. Held in behind, McLean. Sharp angle, that hits off the post, stays out. Another shot, steered around. Orange with a good push here, trying to tie this game up at the start of the second. Jamming in it, save made. Down into the zone and a bit of a risky play there by Polkas, but he was confident in it. Lead play, back the other way, tipped off a stick, but it'll still be icing. Face off down here to the right. Played from the corner. Backhand, move to the middle. Orange looking for it, Tillman. Tillman back to center, down the left side. Trying to keep that in the zone, little lead play. Comes back down here, in front for Team Green, hit right into us. Now puck's grabbed. Dropped back over the blue. Handed off, right side, shot, save made Mullins as he's getting tested early and often here through this second period. Shot. Back up the right side. In behind, Smith plays it over. Bailey. Bailey. Along the boards to Strong. Strong tries to get it up through the middle. Let ahead for Brian. Brian, he'll hold in, drops it off to McKay, but it was just out of the reach there. Haverstock now flips it off. Comes back down, in over the blue line now, right side. Strong leans into the hit. He'll go at it with Sim. Trying to get it up the half wall. Picked up, heavy green numbers back the other way, looking to extend the lead. Brian shoots, that one saved and steered aside. From the line, McPhee and Haverstock. They go back and forth. Don't seem to be too impressed with each other after that exchange. Shot by Brian. Hard one, but it's get blocked in front. Sim tries to get a hold of that and play it back. It'll be over for Gillis. Sent back in around, slowed up on the boards by Polk. In behind on the end wall. Green holds the zone, the little reverse hit in there on Smith. Picked up and now moved out of the zone to the right side. Team Orange, Baldwin trying to steer it in front through the feet. Now lead pass, Brian, he picks it up, has an angle, slows up. Into the end wall, little shove. Stick lifted. Back in behind for Land. Land ricochets off of his stick, back in behind for Bootlier. Bootlier for Team Green. He'll circle around. Bootlier played up through the middle. Handed off, now brought back over the blue line. Good angle here, steps in Sim, coming in with some good speed. Trying to pick his spot. Onto the stick. There, Hanley. Hanley along the boards. They do whatever they can to keep that in, but Orange now works it out, and they've got numbers in behind as Green was trying to change. Right side, and it's blocked in there by Boutlier. Boutlier, the only man back, and they can't even get a shot off. Over to the left, Boutlier steps in again, shoots himself, and saved in. Heck of a shift there for him. Now 2:12, 09 to go, approaching the halfway point in the game. Picked up over the blue line. That shot to the corner. Sent on. Puck flipped up the half wall. Looking for the stick lift. Gets sent off, and now it's in over the blue line again. Right side corner. Picked up. Nice little sauce pass. That was picture perfect. Enough for Hunter McLean to pick it up, snap a pass over, shot, it's rolling, and they score. So a nice play by Team Orange to tie it up. Is Hunter McLean gets that off, and a perfect sauce to start it off. Well done there. Down the right side. Along the end boards. Stick lifted and knocked away. Rennie. Down the left. Rennie. Shoved off along the wall again. Picked up and played on back. Pass across. Here's Gillis. Looking to get it outside the blue line, and a big hit right there in front as one of the spectators over there was maybe taken aback a little bit by the 4-car pile up there along the half wall. As we officially approach the halfway mark here. Sent down the right side. Rennie looking for an angle. He'll elect to hold on and have to circle in behind. Gets it over to Andrea. Andrea trying to get that back. Rolled through the zone, up to Hanley. Sorry, Urquhart. Lead play on to the stick of Worth. Now back to the corner. Cameron looks to go up the wall, kept in. Now to the ringette line. Puck, we shot back down. Urquhart evades the check. Oh, and a hard hit along the boards there on Urquhart, and the back ref is going to get that one with 9:45 to go here in the second. Back to the blue line, heads down the right side, trying to spin that back, gets over to Chisholm. Chisholm gets it to McPhee. McPhee plays it down the left side. Now right side shot, scores. And didn't take long there as the power play marker coming in, and great teamwork to finish that one off, and Kerrigan will get the marker. Into the zone, across the blue line. Steers to the corner. Avoiding the check. Team Orange looks to get that out. Just goes past a stick. Into the end boards. Chisholm. Chisholm over to McPhee. Tipped back in through the middle. Grabbed now by Doyle. Doyle across the line. Doyle shoots. That one's gloved out and running into the goalie McPhee, but he'll slow up. Hopefully just in time, and it looks like he did. So, 9 minutes to go in the second. Face-off will be to the right of us. 4-3 game. Puck. One to the half wall. Brian, he gets pinched in on there. Duffy picks it up, tries to get it out and does enough where it comes back to the line, and now here they come down into the zone. Swain trying to get that pass across, and a hot shot coming off the stick of McKnight, who picked up on the drop pass we were talking about earlier today. Led ahead. Now looking for the parallel pass. That one didn't quite get through, but Bootley are going to take it and shoot it into the end boards. Fraughton slows it up. Along the end wall. Morris tries to go back in behind for it. Hand it off here to Bootlier. Shot into the wall as the hit is laid. Now McKay on it. Splits the D. Bootlier. Bootlier hits off the ref, I think. Orange on the left side trying to get that pass across. Green now starts to move it out. O'Leary looks for a move near center. Green maintains possession, though. Brought in over the line here by Williams. Williams plays it across. Rebound in front for a moment. Bounces back over to Swain. Swain along the half wall. He'll get hit. Delayed offside. Now a delayed penalty as well. Land down here in front. Hits off the stick. The skate stick, and now whistled down. 7:30 to go, and we'll have another power play. Right here to the left is Orange with a chance for the tie-up. It only took, like I said, about 30 seconds for Green to score earlier. Hanley has it fall off the end of the stick. Corkum over to McDonald. McDonald down here in front. Played back, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer with a clear. Sent in. Fraughton's going to come out, try to help out, but it's pinched in along the boards. Team Orange over the blue line. Played back to the blue line, right side. Ringette line, shot fanned on. Going to stay up with it. Heads back to the blue. Dished across to Fleming. Now circling around in front. Shot to the glove, kept in by Gillis. Right side. Lots of time to move in there is Fleming, and save made. 6:24 to go in the period and only a minute on that power play, so the first minute killed off clean. Face off to the left. Kept in on the blue. Now work down into the corner. Trying to jump up on that puck. From the corner again, misses. Flip back to the middle. Along the blue line, Ringette line, shot blocked away. to the end boards. Played around. Now to the hash marks. Flipped on back, left side, shot. Comes out and bounces into the zone. Leading ahead. In over the blue line. Played to the right side, pulled back. To the corner. Penalty over, 5:29 to go in the period. In along the end boards. Tried to steer out in front, chopped that. Now looks for it again. Rebound, and it's bouncing around. Mullins with a nice save there as he's stuck with it. Kicked back to the line. Tillman tries to hold, but it's knocked off his stick. In across the blue. Played back, and a chance here for Sims. Steps in and shoots it, but that one was at him. And the save made, 5 minutes to go. Nice move to get there in front. Face off will be to the right as we continue on through the second. Just 5 minutes left. So past the halfway point in this game. McPhee down the right side. Now held. Poked it around for Sim. Sim kicks it back to the blue line. Over to McPhee now. Rolls up in front. Save made. Try again. So 16 minutes killed off the clock. Or 16 seconds killed off the clock in that one. Down along the end boards. Sim tried to get that out as he gives an extra little whack there to Strong. Comes up the left side. Here as Baldwin starts to move. Baldwin, no look shot, comes back out. He's a creative offensive player. Not surprised to see that. Flip back across, going for a little Patrick Mahomes, no look. Back in behind. Mullins slows it up. Grabbed along the end boards. Left side, Urquhart. Urquhart looking for this leading play. Heads down for Kerrigan. Kerrigan dishes it off. Overskated a little bit there, though. Smith. Smith tries to get it over. Now down in front and up ahead. Strong in behind the defender. Steps in, tries to go 5-hole. Mullins closes it up and save made. Steps up over the line. Puck moving around in front, and it'll smartly be covered up by Mullins. 3:25 to go. Puck kissed off the glass. Picked up and worked back over. Bootlier, little chip play. Gets up and behind. Team Green now down the right side. Opens it up and scores. Nice hip movement there to open the puck up. And that was finished off by Kean Doyle. And that'll be 5-3, and I was impressed with that move. Had the room on the right side, but instead of just stepping in and shooting, open the hips, get the goalie moving, and then just whip that puck around to the right side of the net. And some advanced offense executed there, 5-3. And that line is buzzing out there. I believe Brian on it as well. Down the right side, Orange trying to feed that in behind. And now need one to try to mount the comeback in this game. Down 2 here nearing the end of the second. Steps in, and there you go. So gets one right back. 5-4 as McKnight steps in and fires one home. 2:50 to go. Back to center. Over to the left. Gets over the blue line and looking for an angle. Drop off pass, stopped. Starting to move out here is Lemoyne. Lemoyne across the line. Picked up, that one flipped off the glass and then into the mesh. 2:26 remaining in the second. Puck grabbed. Urquhart. Down the corner. Shot off a stick. That's going to steer in behind. Hit in behind again. Gillis. Gillis over the blue line. Delayed penalty here against Green with 2 minutes to go. So now that'll be the storyline for our last 2 minutes. Penalty coming, trying to tie this up. We said they needed to score one to keep within it. Well, they scored the one and now trying to tie it up. Face off coming here to the left. Stick lifted. That one in the feet. It's going to head back into the zone. Orange will have to reset. Picked up by Gillis. He'll skate that in Connor McDavid style, then pull back and look for the best option. And that wasn't it, unfortunately, as it's picked up and sent down by O'Leary. Right side corner. 90 seconds to go now in the period. Orange leads that ahead. Over the blue line. Sent back in the opposite way. His time ticking off the clock here in the second. Overskated by Gillis. He's sent back. Fleming now. Fleming across the blue line. Shot played back to the line. Dished across. Look here, Boutlier. Boutlier passes it through and had the goalie Mullins moving, but no one home. Sorry, that looked like it was Cameron, my mistake. Back down and now up the left side. Green trying to sneak the change in. Oh, and offside as all four tried to go at the same time. And golden opportunity snuffed out there. Face off here in front. Puck dropped in and played back to Tillman. Tillman over to Cameron. Left side, Andrea slowed up on the boards. That one's onto the stick of Williams. Sent in around 20 seconds to go. This make me one last push here for Orange on the power play here in the second. Down one, Cameron. Cameron in over the blue line. Cameron fires a shot on, steered to the wall. 9 seconds to go. Holding. Flipped up the wall, and that will do it. So 5-4 at the end of the second. Back for the third shortly. All right, everybody, welcome back here to High Button Sports. Pardon me, as we get set for the third period here. The final period for the men here tonight. 5-4 the score, so 1-0 game. And we're ready to bring you the final frame. Looking for a winner. Green currently up 1. That puck picked up by Romaine. Turned over and kept in on the blue line. Shot and blocked it away nicely by O'Shaughnessy as he reads that one. And it bounces off a body, and now up ahead, Brian going for a skate, and goaltender way out there was Broughton. Shot on, and good play there as Brian definitely could have had the step and the break there. In over the line. That one's handed back up the wall. The backhand stopped in the middle of the ice. Brought back over the line by Baldwin and sent in for a quick whistle there, a minute in. So the late goal by Team Orange. Puck grabbed and sent down the left side. Picked up here by Gillis. Gillis. Backhand just by the linesman. On the end boards, it's passed off and chopped at. Kept inside by Swain. Swain still with it. Backhands not on the money though, as it splits his D and over. Back to Swain. Swain drops off to McKnight. Off the stick of McKnight and back in front of us here. Scotty Corkum. Flipped in the air. Bouncing puck. Over the blue line. Rushed at. Played along the end wall. That steers to the right side corner. Held in. Hits the foot, now picked up, shot down. That one's sent in for the icing, and the face-off will come to the right here. 2 minutes and 15 seconds in. Puck played along the end boards, right side corner again. 2-on-2. Trying to get it out. Orange with a shot on, save made. So a couple whistles through the first few minutes here of the third. And the fellas will be pushed to the other circle. Dropped in. Cameron hands it off. Real sharp angle shot there from McDonald. Back to the line for Tillman. Tillman loses it. Into the zone that goes. Stick lifted. Played across, centering pass under the stick. Heads to the right side. Backhand jumping around, and save made there over on the bench by High Button Zone Mason, who's double dipping as the coach and the commentator for us here. I believe he'll be on the next game for the female, which will be immediately following this one. Face off on the right side. Kick back over, and another catch for Mason. 2 in a row. And he had to, that would happen. They're waving the white flag over there on the bench, trying to get some energy for Team Green. And that'll be picked up, and I'll make sure to mention that to him later and make his day. Played into the end boards. Broughton plays it out. Okay, down the left side. Into the orange end for the first time here in a little while. Trying to pick it off the wall. Green comes out with it. Williams back down to Smith. Smith plays it around. Looking for that. Rennie gets stick lifted. In across the line by Doyle. Little chip play to himself. Try to get that back out. Step in to the inside. Pushed off to the ring of the hash marks now and back in behind. Up the wall. Puck moved over as they try to go parallel with that pass and sent back into Boutlier. Boutlier passes that off. Up and over the line here is Williams. Williams steps in, shot blockered away. Oh, two Green running into each other and a broken stick coming out of that. Now it's back the other way. Couple $100 down the old deposit there. And a big layout hit there on the left side. I was talking to Scott McPhee earlier, Alistair's dad, and he said that was another broken stick for Allie, but there's a 30-day rule now at some of these rinks, which I wasn't aware of, but I'm sure you parents at home are. So you can get away with one as long as it's within 30 days. Up the right side, in over the line, but it rolls off the stick back to the corner. Now down here in front. Oh. Played to the middle, shot, save made as that one's corralled over 5 minutes in here to the third. Face-off coming from the right as all the Greens will stay out, but the Oranges will switch it up. Flipped off an out of play and under our stanchion here. So the pucks are flying here at the end, nearing the end of game 3. That's grabbed. Trying to get it out along the half wall. Sent back in on the end boards. Greens. Romaine trying to get it out, kept in by Orange and sent down by Corkum. Back in behind, Green will try it again. This time it works as it rolls up Brian's stick. He'll move that puck in over the line, down the left side. Holding Brian, plays in front, looking for McKay as it was snapped at. Through these skates, sent on down for the ice. Face off back to the left side. 1 goal game here still, nothing through the first 6 minutes. Looks like there's going to be a couple of PWHL rules cycled into our female games starting after this one. So make sure you stay tuned for that here on High Button Sports. Shot, scores! And the falling play there by Eric Hanley as he fires one home and extends the lead to 2. Back to center we'll go. So the 2-goal lead and a nice look there and a nice finish as Green pushed there. Now Orange deficit back to 2. Need to come up with one. The most goals we've had in a game so far here today. Down the left side. Holding, trying to go sharp angle, and not a bad look at all there for Cameron. Picked up and pushed to the middle. That's jumped on behind the back. Left for Tillman. Tillman back through the middle and to the right side. Played back, a little pressure on there for Chisholm. Orange comes up with it. McLean tries to get it back. It's intercepted. Now on to the wall there, Cameron. Played on back. Cameron now looking for his lane. Cameron starts to move, gets to the right side, just out of the reach there. Tillman and Cameron on D together. Sent back in and picked up by McDonald. McDonald hands that off, makes Sim miss, and that'll get some chirps from the Orange bench, but looks like he's got that smile heading by. Pfeiffer gets hit along the boards by McDonald, picked up by McDonald's teammate last year, Thompson. Not teammates right now, though, as they'll start to perhaps go at it here in the corner, and they do. Freed up along the end wall. Swinging at it. Fleming gets it back over. Shot on, that save made. 12:30 to go here in the third. Caught a decent rhythm the last few minutes. Puck in around. Andrea back to the blue line. Shot blocked as they try to step up on it. Kept inside the zone so Orange can continue to go to work here. Hackala tries to get that puck back. Along the end boards now. Starting to move it up. Past the stick and in behind for Keaton Smith. Keaton Smith gets his pass over to Bailey. Now trying to snap it up the other way. Hits a skate and goes in deep. Centering pass, shot on, and they score. So slipped on through and put in behind, and we will have another one-goal game here with about half the period to go. That one finished by Maddox Rennie, the Truro Bearcats player. Heading back to center. That's played up the left side, in over the blue line, shot on, and an easy save there as they're looking to tie it up just like that. Face-off will be down to the right. So we got 3 1/2 periods of hockey left for this U15 group. We've been treated to this in the middle of the summer, night, morning, afternoon. And right here we got 1 period left in this one, trying to find a winner. Team Green steers it in front, heads off to the corner. That's dropped on back. Backhand gets over. Lead pay to Haverstock. Haverstock in over the red line, now the blue line. Looking for it. As it heads across the end boards. Lawrence Williams looking for the play. It's not going to be icing as it gets past the two tied up players, so we'll continue on. Williams tries to bring that in. Orange leading up ahead. Down the left side here, Baldwin into the feet of Baldwin. Ran to the wall. A little extra one and a chop behind the legs is, that's Haverstock, and he'll head off for the extra cross check after getting knocked down, or the interference they're going to call. So a little too much there from Haverstock as Kean Doyle skates off. That was his teammate from last year. Face off to the left. Haverstock plays with that mean edge. It's caught him in the box a few times this week. Face off coming. He also has a goal. 2 minutes power play time. 10:21 left to go in the game. Back over the blue line. Shot from the left. That bounces on out. McKay. He'll start to head up ice. Into the foot. That's stopped up. Back in around. From in behind, Team Green, Worth. Worth skates it open, over skates it. Shot back in behind to the circles. Starting to move, evading the check. Across the line on the right side, pulled back play. Handed off, now down to the corner, now to the blue line again. Shot through traffic, save made there. And some pushing and shoving, heavy in front. And Brian in the middle of it once again. But we're all square, a minute left to go on the power play. Is Orange needing one more to make it a 6-6 game, so the offensive training wheels have come off big time in this one. Puck played off back to center. McPhee, he keeps it on his back and now starts to work it up ahead. McPhee in over the line, onside. He'll drop pass looking for that, but just a little too dainty on that one. Brought back in over the line. There's Hanley. Hanley getting pressured. That one stayed in the zone, but now it'll be out and now back the other way. And a chance here for Cameron. Cameron in on net. Save made with the pad. Looked like he could have had him, but O'Shaughnessy up to the task. Now heads back down here in front of us. Making a man miss. Sent into the boards. Played across. Team Green, 16 seconds. Up the wall with it. Sim. Ewan Sim. Backhand. Save made. He'll get a whack at it. McDonald and Smith have words for him, and that will be the whistle with 8:30 to go. From the line, off a shin pad. Plays it to the end boards. Looking to steer that up ahead. Haverstock. Through the middle. That's picked up by Lemoyne. Smith off a skate. That ricochets hard into the glass there on the right side. 8 minutes to go here now. Now grabbed. Team Green leading to the left side. In over the line, trying to get that pass back through, and they get tied up right there in the middle, and the save will stop that play. There's some more stuff between Urquhart and Smith. Left side face-off here now. From back and behind, Duffy looking to move it out of the zone. On the blue line, brought back in. Land hands it off, but it's just off the stick there of Andrea. Tried to play that out in front. Shot goes wide. Bounces in around and chopped into the end boards. Rennie to the blue line. Duffy shoots that on, blocked. Reverse hit there on Pfeiffer. Sent down here in front of us. No Mason to bail us out if the puck comes over here, but it stays in play. Holding now. Land makes the extra move, gets off to the right now, back here in front of us, sent down. Picked up by Boutlier. Boutlier spins around. Boutlier plays it over to Williams. Up the left side. Across the blue line. Just to the middle. Stopped again. Sent on. Save made. 6:35 left to go here in the third. And some shoving in front of the net by Land and Worth, I believe. So The intensity has not gone anywhere. Puck's picked up, steps in, shot, and a beautiful look there for O'Leary. And a bone-crushing hit back there by Kerrigan. Into the middle, down the left side, blockered back, into the glove, dropped down and picked up by Gillis. Gillis gets worked into the boards, and that frees it up into the feet, trying to go through center. Kicked up ahead, just onside. Team Green with it, back in front, and again, Fraughton, who's kind of known for that skate-out sort of style, makes that play, and the puck gets steered into the mesh. 6 minutes left here now. And changes for Team Green. Orange will leave their guys out there. Sent in around. Nate McKay. McKay flips it back to the blue line. Shot through traffic. 5:51 to go here in the third. Just lining up here now. Puck dropped in, that off the end of the stick, and then flipped back to the middle. Looking for the lead pass, but it's kept and brought into the zone there by Van Polgeest. Picked up, shot down through the middle. A scoop play by Tillman, and they're going to wave off the hand pass there. Brian trying to get that puck up, and he just gets caught up just a tad, and that'll be enough. Worth in behind. Worth back around for Romaine. Puck slides by us here in front. Cameron slows up. Hand it off. Tillman, he loses it. Back in behind for Cameron. Cameron up over the blue line. Shot into the glove, save made. 4:50 left to go. So inside the final 5 minutes now here of game number 3. We'll be back with the final game tomorrow morning, I believe. Face off on the right side here. Puck dropped in and sent to the end boards. McPhee tries to get that back across, and it moves in through the middle. Picked up by Bailey. Cam Bailey getting pressured heavy down low by Hanley. Hanley comes out with it. Back to the line. Shot through traffic. That one rolls up, and the save made as that was off the stick of Chisholm. 4:33 now left to go. He's off to the left. Smith going around town. McDonald touches that up. In over the blue line. Played into the end boards there for Fleming. Fleming from the right corner. Fleming, stick lifted. Backhand over. Played across to the blue line and steered back and low. Trying for that puck. Picked up, pulled in, a little shove there. Chipped up the wall. Puck goes on its side and back for Smith. Keaton Smith, as time ticks away. 1 goal game here still. Orange looking for one, but they'll have to tag up here. Hand it off. Urquhart. Andrew Urquhart avoids the check. He'll get skating from the left side. Urquhart cuts back. Shot through and a nice tip. That one just low off the stick of Van Polgeest. Shot back and around. Nice little play there as Urquhart was pressuring Duffy. makes one deke, and instead of trying to force up the boards, just finds his man through the middle. Now puck down on the right side. Turned over to McDonald. McDonald. He's got it. Hands it off to the left side onto the stick of Land. Land shoots it wide. Flipped off the glass. Kept in. Now Urquhart. Urquhart has Duffy on his back, and the help of Land takes away that chance. 2:43 to go. Rennie worked into the wall there by O'Leary, but the puck's back there. Land. Sauce has one down here in front. Lead play into the middle. That intercepted. Back. Down the left side. 2:22. Push to the middle. Puck over the blue line. They shove for it. Here in front, Corkum. Down the wall. Played across. Swinging stick back there on Gillis. And it heads in behind for Corkum again. Up the wall with it. Back into the zone. Williams touches that back over. 1:50 to go. Holding there by Gillis. Intercepted by Williams, but plenty of players offside, and that'll kill the play as they try to force that one. 1:43 to go now. Just over 100 seconds. Play here in front of us. Puck dropped in, flipped off the boards, heads back in there for Romaine. Over there to Worth, trying to get that up ahead. It's across the line now. Chance here, Sims. Sims shoots, save made there by Fraughton. 92 seconds now remain as the Zamboni gets ready. Face off to the left. Puck drop back to the blue line. Through traffic, scooped up again. Few seconds killed off there, but not much. Grabbed along the wall. Trying to work that out. It's pushed to the right side. Player down there, and now heading back the other way is the net empty. Flipped across onto the pad, and Orange almost had that one bounce real friendly for them. Minute to go. Along the end boards. Chipped up the wall and sent into his bench. And face-off will come to the right side. 58 seconds to go. Face-off coming. One last push, dead empty, so 6-on-5 for the last minute here. Picked up, swept on, holding the stick away. Orange fighting to keep that down here alive as Brian goes to work as well. Comes in and a hand pass from the back ref. And the face-off will be in the neutral zone. They'll have to send the netminder back. Trying to gut out a win here. Dropped in, Green over the line, and a chance here for Brian, but he gets caught up too. And it's on to the stick of Haverstock, sent out, and having a hard time getting through the final 40 here. So now it's back in the orange end. Puck grabbed, up the wall with it, and then fired back in. From the end boards. Down here in front, backhand, skated over the blue line. Shot goes wide. Wraps around the boards, back to McDonald. In behind, onto the stick. Team Green got to pick it up, flutter it down. 13 seconds to go. That might do it as it's handed off out of the reach. Brian looks for the empty cage. Backhand blocked there by Bailey, but 2 seconds remain. And this one will end 6-5. So thanks everyone tuning in to the